What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Multicade Mondays. I'm your host, PDubs, and as always, we appreciate it when you come and hang out upstairs with us here in the Arcade Loft. And tonight we have another back-to-back special event episode. Last week we had Retro Signs on. They sponsored last week's episode. This week, this episode of Multicade Mondays is sponsored by one of my favorite aftermarket modding guys, the Buy Stuff Boys. That's right. David and Michael are here from Buy Stuff Arcades, and we got a hell of a show for you tonight. We're going to show you a lot of cool stuff for when it comes to modding your arcades in 2024. You guys know you picked the right show to watch tonight. It's Multicade Mondays, baby. We'll be right back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the show. David and Michael are here for Buy Stuff Arcades. How about a warm welcome to all of them in the live chat? How you fellas doing tonight?
We are good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, just in case people are here who haven't seen you before, don't know who you are, which one's David? Which one's Michael?
I'm David. I'm older. That's Michael.
I'm better looking.
David. I'm David, and I'm older. I love that. I love that introduction. Is that how you... So I met these guys in person at Cleveland, at the Cleveland Gaming Classic. I'm sure a lot of you did as well. And God damn, is everyone on this planet taller than me? I'm 5'11 and a half. You guys are like, what, 6'8", 6'9"?
No.
Even B Kong's taller than you, P-Dubs.
Everyone's taller than me. Let's see who's here in the live chat, guys. Now, keep in mind, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff tonight. We got 3 giveaways. Again, thanks to Buy Stuff Arcades. They're sponsoring 3 big giveaways tonight on the stream. We're going to do them about one every 20 minutes or so. So you have to be here for the whole stream. And obviously, the biggest giveaway happens at the end. Of course, I'm going to make you sit and stay for the entire broadcast. But we got a lot of stuff we want to talk about because, let's be honest, guys, 2023, did we get a whole bunch of new arcade machines released to us in this home arcade space? What do you think, David and Michael? Did we get a lot of cool stuff that came out?
Well, there wasn't that much in some ways. The deluxe cabs kind of changed things a little bit for us, so we had to work with that. We're not huge fans of them. We actually like the risers better in a lot of ways.
So you're on Team Riser. You're not on Team Deluxe or Team XL?
Well, we work with both of them, but
we do what we need. We do what we need to do to make them fit taller people. That's what we do.
There you go.
When you see the Fast and Furious how much harder it is to make that work, you'll see why.
Yeah. So, for instance, in 2023, we saw probably the fewest amount of product SKUs being released by everybody. At Games, Arcade1Up. We had companies going out of business. 2024, it looks like things might pick up steam here. At Games is going to be releasing a bunch of stuff. You got the Unico Nova Blast coming out. Arcade1Up is supposedly going to release some products more in a few months, or at least announce them in a few months versus right now today, like we're traditionally used to. So it's interesting that, if you're a tinkerer like myself and if you're getting a little bored of the machines you have, well, guess what? It's fun to mod them, right? It's fun to mod them and have fun with them and breathe new life into them. And that's where Buy Stuff Arcades comes in. I've been covering and making videos for a lot of your guys' stuff over the past couple of years. Some stuff I've paid for, some stuff you guys have nicely sent me for review, but you guys make it fun, man. You guys make it fun, and in my opinion, help me get more out of these machines. Let me know what you guys think in the live chat. You guys have mostly got a pretty good reputation in this home arcade community. How do you guys feel about the work you've accomplished? How do you go from the store to now this is almost probably, would you say this is the moneymaker for the company now, the modding aspect of it versus just the resale shop?
Yeah, it's definitely a bigger part of our business. We're focusing, the store. We have some good people, running that for us and taking a lot of that off of us. So this is definitely our focus. We've been, spending 2 full-time jobs each, at least on the arcade stuff more.
So who is the brains and who is the muscle behind the operation? And let's not forget, everyone, give a shout out to Mario from Buy Stuff. He's here. He's in the
Yep,
live
he's
chat.
in the chat.
He
So
won't
if you
let
s-
us forget him.
so if you see Mario making a ruckus in the live chat, he is a Buy Stuff shill. But then again, he works there, so he's allowed to be a Buy Stuff shill. Isn't that
Better
right,
be.
Mario? A lot of people call you guys wizards. So again, who's the brains? Who's the brawn? What's going on here?
Well, it's an interesting mix, and we've worked together for a long time, where there's ideas and there's execution, and
Mhm.
so I tend to be the executor for at least the hardware side of things, and then David's
Mhm.
always been the software side of things. So, and the PC, the programming, that kind of stuff. So it works quite well that way.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Michael's the inventor, so all of the gadgets and engineering comes from him. So, and we have some pictures and stuff with some of the machines he's been working on and building. So
Mhm.
he's the smart one.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay.
So what we're going to do here for all the amazing viewers that are in the live chat, you'll notice behind David and Michael here, we have all kinds of machines set up. We're going to travel the camera around the room. We're going to show you all these different things that they're working on and what the statuses are. So get hyped for that. Plus, we're going to sit here together, huddle up, and we're going to talk about some updates to a lot of the stuff, some of the stuff they've announced already, some of the stuff you guys kind of do pre-orders sometimes too, right? Things like that. So we're going to give you the status on stuff. So I have a list here, guys. I'm going to just start going down the list, but you definitely want to be here when we take the room tour because they got some awesome stuff to show you. So for starters, guys, if you don't mind, the audience is waiting. Let's talk real quick about the status of your T2. I'm sorry, not your T2. Your Time Crisis Retro Shooter Integration Kit. What is this thing? Where are we at with it? Who's going to be making videos about it? And all that kinds of stuff.
So he just puts the Time Crisis kits up for pre-order. They'll be shipping in just a couple weeks. We're not far away from that. Bcong's working on a install video for that for us, with all the different options. So we have stock deck options, so you don't have to get a new deck. Obviously, limited buttons on the stock deck, but the light gun games will work fine. This is the ultimate deck right there with the upgraded stick and 6 buttons, and still top deck holsters. So looks good. We're
USB port.
Yeah, and we have a USB port option there, so you can plug in extra controllers. We have that working really well.
Mm-hmm.
And for because on the Pandora box, there's a lot of 2, 3, even 4-player games, right?
There's some. I mean, there's like 5,000 games on the Pandora box. What's interesting is, that box has got a whole bunch of games on it. So if they did want to actually play those games versus just the 100 or so shooting games, it's nice that you guys give this option with the swappable control panel, so they could do it. But for instance, like me, with my Terminator 2, when I did your shooter mod, I was like, you know what? I have all my other multicades. I just want to make this a light gun cabinet and just play the 100 light gun games that come on the Pandora box 10th anniversary edition. And it's nice that you just did where I could just replace it that way versus getting a joystick and a buttons and all that stuff. It's nice you provide options. Which has been most popular between all the kits? Are people trying to play all the games, or are they trying to just play the shooting games?
They keep wanting us to put more and more buttons on the deck, so they want to use them as multicades. I mean,
Really?
it's been a good combination. It's been split, but the Terminator 2 Ultimate decks, we've sold a lot of them, and that's turning it into 2 players. So.
Oh, that's nice. That's really, really nice. Right here, folks. So just for some people, though, if you're only interested in getting just where it just has the guns without the joystick, and you're just playing the shooting games with this kit, they do have it right here. So you don't have to get the swappable control panel if you don't want to. There's plenty of options, plenty of, get the option that fits in your budget and all that stuff. So
we have a holster insert that fits into the stock A1Up holster to properly hold the Pandora guns as well. Yep. So that just fits in there and holds the gun quite nicely.
Now, B Kong, friend of the channel, Kongs Are Us. He, as you guys know, if you've been in this community, he has that Time Crisis arcade cabinet. He's going to be filming some videos showing this kit off to everybody. So make sure you check out and subscribe to my buddy B Kong over at Kongs Are Us. That way you can stay up to date when that video drops. Hey, B, you going to have that video out by tomorrow? Let us know in the live chat. No pressure, man. No pressure. So... now, another big option, another big thing that I keep seeing ever since we announced that we were going to do this quick interview was a lot of people are asking about the 19-inch screen mod kit, where you're going to provide swappable 19-inch screens for Arcade1Up products.
That's right.
So definitely wanted to hear more about that. Hey, you haven't put that up for pre-order yet on the website, right?
The screens? Oh yeah, we've been selling.
They're up online. Yeah.
We've been selling not every model yet. We've limited a little bit to try to keep up.
All right, let me make you guys a little bit bigger here so you can show these bad boys off and let people know where we're at with this stuff.
This is the Time Crisis one, so it's just a drop-in replacement, but it has a 19-inch panel on it.
Okay. So that one is for stock upgrades. It doesn't have IRs, but you'll see the Buck Hunter here. We embed the IRs. You can hardly see it. Oh, you can't see it. Oh yeah, there a little bit in the bottom.
So there's 4 IRs.
So in the back, I'll show you the back.
Okay, so you do have 4 of the IR sensors for the light guns on there. So that's really nice.
Ready to go for the retro shooter.
Yeah, now, or any other gun kit that uses corner IRs.
Yep. So having those pre-installed is nice because I'll tell you one thing. When I did your retro shooter kit tutorial, which I did for you for the Terminator 2 mod, the one thing that I didn't really like doing was the drilling. Because, when you drill through Plexi, if you have never done it before, you run the risk of completely destroying your Plexi and cracking it. And I tried to show that on video. Luckily, mine was clean and perfect, no complaints, but I could see other people being afraid of it. So you guys pre-installing, that's pretty cool. Now, real quick, are these BOE 19-inch screens with a 4:3 aspect ratio? Is that what these are?
They are. So we do a little bit of it. It's a BOE screen. It's very nice quality.
Really good viewing angles on it.
So they're 19-inch screens. Now there are no true 1280 by 960 4x3 screens on the market. So we
Right.
do a little bit of cropping, so that, and we use a special HDMI card board, so that you
Mhm.
do get your 960 pixel height. So that works really well, and that means it can work with the stock PCB. Otherwise, you
Yeah.
have a problem plugging it in directly. So
Good.
they're
So
available with or without HDMI boards, so you can use them for your for stock or for um,
nice.
the
Nice.
upgrades.
Nice. I like that. So if someone just wanted to do, hey, all I want is a 19-inch monitor, I'm not looking to add more games or do anything funky, they could just get the standard monitor, the one that's none here that I got my mouse over.
Yep.
And that way they could use this as a plug and play replacement for their Arcade1Up today. But if they wanted it with the HDMI converter board where they could turn it into a different kind of multicade and connect some other device, they can do that as well. So again, man, the fact that you guys always give people options is pretty badass in my opinion. Taking a peek here, it looks like the ones you have available for order are Buck Hunter, Fast and the Furious, Outrun, Ridge Racer, Star Wars, Terminator 2, and Time Crisis. When are these going to start shipping to people who've placed orders? Any update on that?
Oh, we've already shipped a whole bunch of them.
Already a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they're on the way out all the time.
Yeah, we're there'll be a whole bunch more going in the next couple weeks.
We got a question from Mitchy B. He wants to know, are you going to be doing more upgrade kit screens for more Arcade1Up monitors? Or is this the list?
No, we're adding more. Mortal Kombat Deluxe and Street Fighter Deluxe will be coming very shortly, as well as some Gen 1. So they're 1024 screens, obviously. We have a board for that too. And so Street Fighter Gen 1, we're going to have a whole retro shooter kit for that. And
How do you get your hands on these boards, guys? Because do you have like some secret contact in China? Like, is there some secret black market
Yes.
of HDMI boards? Because whenever I try to find boards, I go through this internet black hole of trying to find this stuff, like on AliExpress and stuff. You guys have secret contacts? Is that how you're figuring this stuff out?
well,
Yes,
I can't tell you.
pretty much.
Well,
I can't tell
Pretty
you.
much, they are secret. Yes.
we've made some good contacts, and we found some people that can do some pretty cool stuff.
Wilson is one of our faithful viewers from the great state of Hawaii. He wants to know if you guys are willing to ship out his way. He says he'll pay more. He'll throw more money at your feet to get your
Oh, yeah,
products.
we have lots of stuff in Hawaii.
We've shipped to Europe and Thailand. One of them went to Malaysia or something at one point. I don't know. We ship all over the place. It just does cost more to go further. That's all.
James asked a question here since we're still on the monitors. Are you guys going to do a vertical swap in 19-inch replacement like for all those Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man cabinets out there, stuff like that?
Yeah, we're going to look at that. Obviously, the deluxes are a bit of a challenge because the control deck is embedded essentially right together with them. So we'll see about that. But yeah, especially the Gen 1. Especially the Gen 1 stuff, just because it's a great cab to mod if people have them kicking around, right? So
now we got another question here from Clement. Are you guys planning to do the Outrun control panel like you did for Ridge Racer?
speaking of people far away, he's way up north. Clement.
Sounds like he's a Canadian friend of yours, huh? Is he like near the North Pole, Canada?
I think he's past the North Pole.
Wow.
The control deck, like the top deck that we just released, is that?
Oh, talking about the dashboard. We have an Outrun conversion kit for already, but I don't know. We're not sure what he's talking about.
The top deck board is both for Outrun and Ridge Racer, so that's something we'll show when we walk around.
Yeah. So stay tuned for when we do the tour of all the awesome modded machines behind them and stuff coming soon, guys. So you definitely don't want to tune away. So something that I wanted to ask you about. You were telling me, and I don't know if you've made this public yet, but you're going to be coming out with some new encoder boards, and these
Mhm.
encoder boards allow for four player encoder board capability. What does all that mean, and what are our community going to be able to do with those encoder boards?
Well, we've been going down the rabbit hole with the retro shooter Pandora stuff a little bit, and
Hmm.
again, the 10th anniversary retro shooter box has quite a bit of 3 and 4 player games on it. Well, there's a lot of A1Up 3 and 4 player games out there, so or
Decks.
Hmm.
decks out there. Um, so we have a encoder board coming that is basically going to be plug and play and give you all 4 players, and I'll show you that too. But it works really well.
Okay. And on top of that, you mentioned something about a brand new HDMI converter board coming soon. What is going on with that?
Yeah, so we've been working on a as part of our other kits. We've been using different HDMI boards and things, but we wanted to nail the audio side of it, and because with Fast and Furious, for instance, for that mod, which is shipping later this week, finally. As soon as Mario gets it done, then that one, because we had more buttons on that, we could use the stock volume. We didn't need to repurpose the stock volume for buttons like we did on
The Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer and Star Wars. So
Nice.
we were able to add an amp to our encoder board and utilize the audio on the HDMI. So we've advanced that. So it's actually a cheaper kit to upgrade because you don't need to worry about the amp and top panel for that. So
And you actually have one of these on your table to the left, which we're going to show people, right?
yep,
Yep.
I'm going to show
So
the whole kit.
visual aids always help, and people are going to get excited about it. But I promise the viewers every 20 minutes we do one of these giveaways. So
Sure.
the second 2 giveaways are pretty big in my opinion. The first giveaway is more like an appetizer, but I still think it's pretty badass. David or Michael, you guys want to tell people what you're going to be giving away while I get it set up here for viewers in the live chat?
Michael probably doesn't know.
I don't know, so you better tell you.
So the first giveaway is a riser booster. So it can be one of the new mini riser for deluxe. It can be an ALU riser, ALU mini riser, or a riser booster for any of the Arcade1Up. So pretty universal. Not everyone will be able to use it, but almost, unless you're short.
And then you don't need it.
All right, guys. So what we're going to do here is we are going to do a random comment picker. So there's no shenanigans in the live chat. If you want an opportunity to win a free riser booster, you want to get like a 4-inch riser booster for your At Games Legends Ultimate, one of your Arcade1Up machines, something of that nature, your pick. You got to put hashtag riser. You got to do hashtag riser. Type it in the live chat right now. We'll let this go for a minute and start collecting all the entries. And then we'll let the computer randomly pick the winner. And just as a teaser, guys, we have a couple of massive gift cards that we're going to be giving away here coming up during the
Mario's in the
broadcast.
chat with the hashtag.
Did Mario put hashtag riser?
Yes, he just
Mario, aren't you supposed to be working on something right now, just like they said? They said until Mario gets done, we can't do it.
That's
And
right.
Mario's messing around in the live chat. We got 68 entries right now, guys. Keep them coming. We're up to 75. Keep them coming. We'll let this go. I always love giving away stuff. And again, thanks to Buy Stuff for sponsoring this episode and for sponsoring these giveaways to make things exciting for viewers who tune in to Multicade Mondays. I have Riser on my At Games Legends Ultimate Mini, the Tetris one behind me here. And I got to tell you guys, if I didn't get that 4-inch riser right there, I probably would have got rid of this thing a long time ago. But with that 4-inch riser just on the Legends Ultimate Mini, it's at like the perfect plane height now. So you guys did a great job on that.
So what you're saying is AtGames should be really happy with us and the
Yeah. Yeah, what
utilities
is
that
your
they provide.
how is your relationship with AtGames? You guys used to collaborate on a bunch of stuff. I haven't seen a lot of collaboration lately.
Oh, they're busy.
They're trying to launch a whole new product line, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And then you guys are going to swoop in after and make those products even better.
That's the idea.
Well, just like you, we're hoping to get one eventually, so
We can play with it.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. AtGames, I've been waiting for them to take my money, and they just don't want to take my money for this pinball machine. I've been waiting for my email. I got the email to pay off my surround sound feedback kit that I pre-ordered with the Adams family, but I have not gotten my payment email for Adams family yet. So who knows when I'm going to get my machine. All right, guys, I'm going to give it about 5 more seconds here. We're at 93 entries. My finger is itching to pick the winner. 94. Let's at least try to get to 95. Let's get one more person in there. Come on.
I
Give me
think
one
some
more.
people are doing it more than once.
Well, that's okay. They can spam it. What's nice about these giveaway drawings is if you put yourself in more than once, the computer knows not to pick, like, you're only eligible one time. It filters out duplicates. So Jeremy K. Jeremy K is our winner. How about a big congratulations and howdy do in the live chat for Jeremy K. Do me a favor, Jeremy. Do you guys want them to contact you or me to claim these?
they can contact us directly, but
Okay. What's the email address that they should email?
just info@buystuffstore.ca. As long as not everybody. As long as only the winner contacts us.
There you go. All right. So winners who win our giveaways tonight, to redeem your prizes, you have to, Jeremy, you got to send the email to info@buystuffstore.ca. And please, nobody try to impersonate and pretend they're Jeremy. Because we are smart enough to figure that stuff out. There you go. All right, good stuff there. Let's get that off the screen. All right, so AtGames Legends Pinball. You guys have been talking a lot about giving viewers, or not viewers, community members an opportunity to potentially the AtGames Legends Pinball High Def, the older machine, give them the opportunity to swap out the screen. Why would they want to do that? And what kind of solution are you going to be offering for people? And the status and all that stuff for the AtGames Legends Pinball?
Well, the reason you want to upgrade the playfield screen is higher resolution, but probably more importantly, higher frame rate, and better color, better screen. So with the 2.6 version motherboards, you can upgrade the screen and still maintain the ALP functionality native.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little tricky to do, so we've been working on making the kit as simple as possible, and so that's what we can show off a little bit tonight, how it's coming along. So it's kind of a two-part thing. There's a mounting kit to make it easy to mount screen, and then there's the converting part so that you can actually still use the ALP tables if you want. So it's going to be kind of a two-part kit.
Now, guys, there is a shill in the live chat named Mario right now. And look at Mario right now. He's saying when you guys see the colors, you're going to think it's worth it. And you're going to see it live tonight. We're going to show you that in just a couple of minutes. So that's awesome. So, okay, so that's coming. When are you going to put that up for pre-order, you think? And do you know like a ballpark cost? Like how much is that going to cost for folks?
It's not going to be super expensive, but we haven't nailed it down exactly yet. Like the screen there's going to be a few different compatible screens, and that you're kind of on your own to get that. We don't want to sell the screen. So the kit itself is not that complicated and not that expensive. But
okay,
we want to start getting a few trickled out to beta testers soon. We're starting to get caught up on some of the other things, so we'll be able to concentrate a little bit more on that in the next few weeks.
Okay, so it's important to remember, guys, when it comes to their 19-inch Arcade1Up monitor replacements, you're getting the monitor with the bezel and all that
Oh
stuff,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you have the option of getting the HDMI board if you want to convert it into a multicade and connect another device to it. But when it comes
Sure.
to the AtGames Legends Pinball, you're not getting the screen. You're responsible for picking your own screen. They will provide you a list of screens you can buy aftermarket from Best Buy, Walmart, Amazon. These ultra high def screens that look way better than the 1080p screen that AtGames provides. But they provide the kit that provides you everything that you need to connect that screen and get it working with the AtGames Legends Pinball, which we're going to demonstrate for you here in just a couple of minutes. And again, you don't have a ballpark price on like just that connection kit yet? What do you think? Or are you still up in the air?
No, yeah, I don't.
Trying to make sure we have
I don't wanna-
sources for the parts and stuff,
I don't want to
and
get
see
it.
what the
Don't want
cost
to get
is
it
going to
wrong
be. So.
quite yet. So.
Yeah.
But it's not a. I mean, it's not going to be that crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And how soon are you going to let people know like compatible brands and monitors with your kit? That way they can start looking for deals on Amazon and things like that, Walmart, Best Buy.
Yeah, we've been talking about that already. The Spectra, no, Scepter. I always call it Spectra. Scepter 32-inch is a good one, and most of the LGs work, and there's a couple other ones as well that we've highlighted.
It has to be a specific. It has to have the VESA mount on the back, as opposed to just most of the 32s.
There's not that many 32 flat screens to choose from. A lot of them are curved now, of course, which is not a great option for pinball. So there's not actually that many to choose from.
Now, Scott, again, these monitor upgrade kits, these are meant for the Legends Pinball High Definition, not the new 4K pinballs that come with a 4K screen. This is meant to give you much better...
haven't had a chance to play with those yet.
Yeah. This is meant to give you a much better screen and performance on the standard machine if you happen to own one of those. So just to make sure that's clear. We got a couple more questions about pinball. I saw Scott here in the chat. Now, as you know, Legends Pinball 4K is coming out very, very soon over the next couple of months. One thing that people love is the fact that AtGames gave you 3 screens on the new 4K pinball. But one thing that I've noted... Exactly. One thing that people say is, okay, they gave us 3 screens, but that DMD is awfully small. It's going to be a little hard to run pup packs and things like that for the VPX Future Pinball type folks. So are you guys thinking that you might try this once you get your hands... You guys don't even have one yet, do you?
No, we're trying to get one, and then we can take it apart and see what we can change. So
yeah, we'll be looking at all of that stuff as soon as we can. We do want to be able to move our existing back boxes onto the 4K if at all possible. We expect it will be, especially if you have both machines. Maybe you want to put ours on the new machine and the new one on the old machine. Other than the branding, that's of course they've really gone to town on the Adams Family branding now, so that might make it a little more complicated. But
yes,
we'll be looking at all that stuff as options for sure.
Okay, so guys, once they get their hands on them, you guys know the Buy Stuff boys. They will reverse engineer these things and see if there's any way to make them even better, like they've done many products in the past. Now, I brought up this is your back box that you sell for the high def pinball machine. So pivoting back to the high def pinball machine, weren't you guys supposed to be doing like an economy back box, like a cheaper version? And whatever happened to that? Because I had a couple people in my Facebook groups ask me, "Hey, PDubs, when you have them on, ask them what happened to that. Because did that ever get released, or did I miss it, or what happened?"
It's designed and it's ready, and we have screens. We just haven't launched it yet.
We've been busy making the other ones, the bigger ones. So
you've been making the bigger, more expensive ones.
Yes, we haven't run out of those to make yet. It's part of the problem.
That is part of the issue. We think it'll be more popular going forward because it'll be quite a bit less. and away
Yeah,
upgrade the cheaper machines.
because this is the one I have on my machine back there, and it's $500. And I remember when I filmed a review for it, the number one issue some buyers had was the cost. They said it costs just as much as the machine itself. That newer economy back box, how much less do you think that's going to be versus this one? And why is it cheaper? Like, are they missing any features or anything?
It's a 21.5-inch screen, so that saves some money. We're going
Versus 24 on this one,
24.
so a little bit smaller. Okay.
The whole thing's smaller. Being smaller saves actually a lot on shipping, so that helps.
Okay.
And the DMD will be smaller, and it's actually going to be optional. So we're going to do
the
it.
DMD will be optional. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do it in such a way that you can actually upgrade to the DMD later if you want. So if all you are worried about right now is just making your ALP HD back glass nicer just for stock games, that'll be a good way to start. But then you have the flexibility to add a DMD later. So that's the thinking behind it, and that's where some of the savings comes from.
Fantastic. So for those of you who are operating a little bit more on a budget, those budget back boxes will be launching very soon from the Buy Stuff store. So that's pretty cool to see. Hopefully you guys can get those up
Very soon, he says.
So you better get busy.
Yeah, very soon. Very
All right.
soon. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Because, well, think about it. Everyone should enjoy an awesome back
It would
box.
would be great.
And I don't think a lot of viewers know this because they think we get everything for free, people on YouTube. But I bought my back box from you guys. You guys have sent me other products for review that, you know, were free.
No one's ever gotten a free back box.
Yeah, no one's ever gotten a free back
There you
box.
go.
You know,
Well,
I paid
contest.
I paid the 500 and I love it. I love it on my machine. So, you know, but if you could come up with one where they could get it for like, you know, 250, 300, 350, like a little bit less, I think that'd be a win for everybody. So there you go. Good stuff. I saw one more question in here. And then if you guys want to do the room tour after we do our second giveaway, that would be great. And actually it flew by. Oh, they were asking about this, about the screen. I think this was with the AtGames monitor.
Yeah, generally people prefer IPS for pinball as a general rule, but some people use VAs, so it's not like it can't be done. We haven't spent a lot of time looking at the differences between those. We haven't really been focused on that.
Now, here's another real question. We'll do this question, and then we'll be at the 40-minute mark. We'll do our second giveaway, and then we'll do the room tour. And I think people, guys, you don't want to click away. You're going to love the stuff they're going to show you when they walk around the room. But this is a great question here. You guys hinted or teased at coming out with a PC build. Is that true? Versus the Android gaming box kit that you guys have been selling, which is on the screen here?
We've done a lot more than hint or tease. We've been talking quite openly about it.
Okay.
Yes,
and
that
what
is
is that?
coming.
And what is that?
It's going to be a plug and play PC upgrade.
Okay.
Basically, it's a 15-minute changeover if you want from the gaming box to the PC.
Okay, so I've already done the gaming box,
Mhm.
and if I decide to pick up your PC, you said 15 minutes just to swap some stuff out, and I'm up and running if we've already done the mod.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll sell it as a full kit too, but
right.
We're also going to have a trade-in program if you don't want the gaming box anymore.
Oh, a trade-in program. That's pretty badass. I like that idea. Mario, you taking notes in the live chat? Now, with this PC racing build, let's say what's it going to be capable of? What are we talking about here versus what's on the gaming box today with the limited, because the gaming box can't do everything, guys. Well, what will the PC give them?
Yeah, so all the way to Technoparrot, lots more MAME stuff, and MAME including Rumble support, which is nice. Model 3, we're going to be putting a fair bit of PS2 on there, and of course some PC games. We like
Beautiful.
Wreckfest, so We'll
Oh,
do-
Wreckfest. I like Wreckfest. I play Wreckfest on
Wreckfest
my
is fun.
Steam Deck
Mhm.
of all
Yeah,
things.
and PC stuff, like you can run Steam on it, of course. So a lot of the PC stuff runs. It's better to buy it and run it that way for networking support and all the online stuff and things like that. So, but there'll be a few different things.
I think they're providing the PC,
That's
right?
right.
Yeah,
They're
it's gonna be
providing the PC.
gonna be a plug and play PC.
Mhm.
Everything we do and come up with, we have to think about tech support,
Mhm.
and because that limits how much we can get done in a day. So the PC will literally be plug and play.
Okay, good. Jim asked a question here about again, this is, I kicked off the show saying, hey man, some of us who like to tinker, Arcade1Up hasn't released new cabs. Well, play with the cabs you have, make them better, refresh them, breathe new life into them, mod them. It's always fun modding. He wants to know, does the Star Wars setup work on the OG cab or the newer cab through Shop Hippo? It should work on both, if I'm
It
not
works on
mistaken.
both. Yep.
Yeah, it should work on both.
Yeah, you select which one on our order page because if you get a riser with it, you get different decals and things like that to match. So
Jason would like to know with the upcoming PC kit, is that going to be put on inside the cabinet, outside the cabinet? Where's that going to go? Because right now the
inside.
the gaming
I mean,
box
you
is
can
kept inside.
you can do it outside. If
Put
you
it
want,
outside if you want.
but
Yes.
no,
Put
it's
it
a
where-
nice mini PC we're using. It works great. It's affordable. People are
All
gonna
right.
like it.
Well, let's go ahead and do our second giveaway, guys, and this one's going to be fun. So, I'll go ahead, guys. Announce what you have volunteered to give away to viewers, and if you need a visual aid, let me know. I got a little visual aid for you. You guys ready?
Or throw
Okay.
a visual aid up. It's pretty self-explanatory if you do that.
Look at what is this? What do we got? I mean, could I make the visual aid any bigger?
No,
Perfect.
All right, guys. Buy Stuff is going to sponsor and give away a $100 gift card that you could redeem at buystuffarcades.com for basically any product you want. Apply that to any product. And if you guys are interested in potentially winning this, give me a hashtag Big Ben for that $100 in the live chat, guys. $100 gift card. Pretty awesome. Thanks so much, David and Michael. Yeah. So let's see it. Big Ben. Let's get those entries in, boys. I want to give away $100 of someone else's money. Okay, while they're doing that, guys,
Is it American dollars that we're giving away?
Yeah, not Canadian.
It is actually.
So it is a big bet then.
Look at Mario entered
It's
once
not
again.
$74.
Of course he did.
Mario entered. Kongs R Us is busting his balls though. Said Mario's entering to get his holiday bonus. Mario. If Mario wins, we're gonna pull again. We don't want any shenanigans.
He got his holiday bonus already.
Yeah. Oh, he did? Oh, there you go. Speaking of which, before we do the room tour, you guys sent me a couple of videos I want to play, showing some behind the scenes cool stuff that you guys do. I like the behind the scenes stuff again because I like to tinker. So we're gonna play a couple of video clips, and these guys will explain what's happening here, and then we'll do the room tour. The video clips won't take long, everybody. They're only like 30 seconds long. We got a lot of entries in, 146. Let's get over 150, and then we're gonna do a tour. And you guys definitely want to be here for the room tour. They got a lot of the stuff we talked about. We're actually going to show you. You guys are going to like it. We're at 148. I want to get to 150 before I hit the draw button. We're at 149. Let's get one more. Super excited. You guys having fun? I'm glad you guys came on. I haven't seen you guys in a while.
No, this is good.
Well, you only ever seen me once in Cleveland. In real life.
In real life.
Yeah. I usually, every time I talk to you guys is like right around when you're going to release something awesome. And I'm like, okay, I want to make a video for that. Please, please, please. Because it looks so cool. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and draw the winner. We're at 156. And let's see who it is. Fingers crossed. Who wins $100? $100. And if you thought, and keep in mind, guys, we got one more giveaway after that, and the giveaways only get bigger. So what could possibly be bigger than $100? That's right, $101 coming up real soon. Matthew Albert is our winner. How about a big shout out to Matthew Albert in the live chat for winning this? Matthew, make sure you send an email to info@buystuffstore.ca and claim your prize. And please, no impersonators send emails unless you're Mario looking for his additional New Year's Eve bonus, But big shout out to Matthew. That's a nice prize to win, man. $100 and you get to buy whatever you want. I'm actually kind of jealous. All right, guys, I want to show people a couple of these behind the scenes videos that you sent me, and maybe you can kind of wait. Hold on, not. By the way, why is you got to take landscape mode? Landscape mode.
Yeah, that's Michael. This was me just for. This wasn't supposed to go to you necessarily. But.
Oh, but look, who's that?
That's Buster.
Buster.
He's laying on the floor over here, but I needed weight on the forklift seat in order for the hydraulics to work. So I put him up there and he weighed just enough. So that's why he was there.
So I know some people think that there's a bunch of Canadian elves with 2 knives whittling away, creating riser panels for you on old logs from a Canadian forest. But these guys actually use a CNC machine. So I hate to break your Christmas fantasies, but what's it like, having one working and having one of these bad boys? And do you have more than one CNC or just the one? Because these things are these are hella expensive. These machines.
Well, we bought them one at a time.
We bought them one at a time.
Yeah, this was the first one we got, and it's a 5 by 10 foot bed. With a 9 tool changer on it, and it is very handy. But it runs. So this is the other one. This is a 4 by 8, and it has a 4th axis on the head. So I can do some carving, things like that. I've been working on some mold type things that we've been playing around with. That's actual speed. The previous one was time lapse, obviously.
Yeah. So the other one was a time lapse.
But this one's got a taller throat on it, so that we can fit some bigger stuff in there. So it's they're pretty fun toys. It's really nice to have, to even just building our own tools and things like that. So.
Now, explain this to everybody, because when you sent me this, it blew my mind, because I was like, wait a minute, they're carving metal. What is happening here?
This is a CNC plasma cutter that I built.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Michael built this one completely from scratch himself. So the CNCs we bought, but this he built.
This one I built, yeah. So it's pretty fun, actually, now that I got it working. It took
so what are you trimming out of this sheet right here? What are you trimming for people?
This is a bracket that is going to be used for the ALP monitor upgrade kit.
Oh, so you're going to give them a metal bracket to
so
mount
that's
things?
It's got slotted holes for mounting into the existing holes on the inside of the ALP. And then the previous video where Buster was bending that metal, that's going to bend in the middle, and then painted, and that's going to be part of the kit for installing that monitor. So
nice.
That's what's going on there. But that one will cut through half inch steel with just a little 45 amp plasma cutter. So it's pretty fun.
Now, real quick, I noticed I skipped over here. I wrote down T2 shooter integration kit, Buck Hunter shooter integration kit. Was there anything about those that you wanted to share with everybody?
It's available.
Just go buy it.
Yep.
Just go buy it.
Just go buy it.
It's on the website.
Just go buy it. All right, we got a couple super chats here real quick, and we're going to do our room tour. Terry Galloway, $10. Will there be a PC mod for light guns as well? Raw Thrills, Jurassic Park is what he's asking for. What do you think, buddy?
We'll see as time goes on. Likely that'll be added, but there are lots of PC light gun builds out there already. So we're always looking for stuff for things that we can add our own twist or advantage to. That's the encoder boards on the racing cabs. It makes sense that we're building things to integrate tightly with them.
Mhm.
The retro shooter light guns are just like every other light gun, basically, right? So it's a little more straightforward build. So we'll see.
Nice. And then we got $5 here from Chris. He wants to know, again, another question about PC mods. Have you thought about doing a PC mod for Tron Flight Stick arcade cabinets, kind of like the Arcade1Up Tron machine, and or the iArcade with the Interstellar board? Have you guys thought about getting into that modding scene?
So we think about a lot of things all the time, pretty much 24 hours a day. But one of the things we've learned is that we have to be a little bit selective about what we're working on. It's really, really easy to get carried away because there's so many fun things to work on, right? So yeah, we have to be a little bit careful not to take too much on, or we won't be able to do it justice. So the Tron, we've actually never had one of those machines in stock ourselves, so we have never really played with it.
Right.
But obviously, that there's if we get to it, there'll be lots to do to make it interesting.
All right, got another great question here from Johnny Blaze. And yes, I know we got to get to the room tour, and we also got a massive giveaway at the end of the show. Don't go anywhere. He wants to know an OG iArcade retro shooter integration kit. What if he just wants to stick that in his iArcade and use the joystick and buttons for Pandora box games? There's 5,000 games on there, plus play 100 light gun games with the retro shooter guns. What do you think?
We've talked about it, and it may not be that hard to do. So it might be something that we can retool some of our other stuff for. But like Nick says, he's already got it covered pretty well.
Yeah.
And it's obviously not growing, but we'll see. It's not out of the question.
Chris he's kind of $2 super chat. Thanks so much. He's kind of piggybacking off the other guy who asked about Tron mods, Tempest mods, games that have spinners.
Tempest certainly has some interest. We have some in stock, so it's easier for us to work on. And people's boards keep crapping out on them, so it's one that almost everyone would be looking to upgrade eventually. So yeah, that one has some interest for sure.
Okay. Yeah, with how many people got the Arcade1Up Tempest Legacy arcade cabinet and their encoder boards failed on them time and time and time again. If you guys could provide a great modding solution for those customers, I think there might be some people out there interested in it. Any of you want to mod your Tempest cabs? Let us know in the live chat now. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Otherwise, David and Michael are going to just move on with their lives, and you guys are going to be left in the dust. But while you guys are putting that feedback in, we got to get to the room tour. I'm gonna have you guys full screen. I'm gonna be over here. Take it away. Make it exciting. I want to see how fired up you are.
Okay.
We got a lot of cool shit to show you guys. Hopefully it'll go through okay.
Okay, so real quick, since we don't have too much time.
Try to get the camera looking at it.
Oh no, we'll go long. You don't have to rush. Just show people.
Well, are you just gonna hold it?
Yep.
All right, be a bit shaky. Okay, so the 4-player deck we talked about earlier ties in with this HDMI board solution that we've been working on for a while. And it will come in a couple varieties. The standard board that we use with an audio jack can output to your Logitech speakers or whatever you want to do easily enough. We're coming out with a little connector cable for stock volume switch that you just simply plug them together, and now you're controlling your volume. Simple as that. But we also, for using stock speakers, you can't just plug them into an audio port because these are not conventional audio connectors. So stock speakers, we have a little amp board that will be an add-on option, and you just simply plug them into there, and you can use stock speakers with the HDMI board. So this is a stock screen with our board, with our volume control, with our speaker output, and it is using, if we can turn that around. So this is a Pandora mod using 4-player encoder board. Everything stock. So turn your stock power switch on. You got your marquee output. Speakers are on. Pandora
usually there's a cabinet made of wood surrounding all these parts, ladies and gentlemen. So use your imagination here while you take a peek. But okay, awesome. So you're going to be able to take like a 4-player Arcade1Up cabinet that maybe someone it's collecting dust in their room. They could turn it into this Pandora box and play 4-player games on it.
Yeah, exactly. So it boots up. You go into your start menu. Go to your 4-player games. You'll hear the sound, right?
Yep. I like that your new encoder board will work with the stock volume control button and stuff. That's pretty cool because that's what the other boards were missing.
Yeah, that's why we've been working on it for a while. This is going to be a great solution for basically almost every. So you can, your volume's on the screen right there. You can make it nice and loud if you want.
Whoa! Nice. Look at that. They're all working. They're all working. Nice.
So there you go.
Beautiful. All right. So we got some 4-player modding coming up.
Controls. We have not upgraded anything. You can, of course, upgrade buttons and sticks if you want. But
well, and our encoder board will allow for expansion of buttons as well. It'll handle, I can't remember how many we put on there now. 6.
Yes, 6 for player 6 or even 8. I'm not sure 100% right now. For player 1 and 2, and 4 or 6 for 3 and 4.
Awesome. What else you got?
You want to draw your deck and add buttons.
So it'll work for someone building a deck as well, right? Like it's an encoder board that incorporates those 4 players right in, and all the buttons are plug and play.
Yeah, so that'll work for the Pandora 10th anniversary. Not necessarily every Pandora works the same way, and it will work for PC mods as well. Not necessarily Linux-based ones, but PC-based.
Will they be able to get a trackball working with it, with that encoder board?
Not with the Pandora box. It doesn't support it.
Right.
But
we could potentially do that.
We haven't actually added
we haven't played with that, but we can. This one's built to actually have expansion modules too. So we could build an expansion module for a trackball. We haven't done that yet, but that's a possibility.
I know everybody's on the edge of their seats wanting to see the new ALP screen, so let's keep moving on, man. let's keep going on. What else you got here for us?
Are you going to the rest of this table here first?
Yeah, whatever you want to show, man. What do we got here?
This is just a prototype. This is actually what we're using to set up the PC build. So this one is right now running the PC.
Is that some Wreckfest I see on the screen?
Some Wreckfest, yeah.
So this is a little tabletop model that we prototyped a while back.
Nice.
To play with. And
David has it at home most of the time on his coffee table.
Yeah.
So it supports rumble with the wheel from the Ridge Racer.
That's awesome, man. Playing Wreckfest on an Arcade1Up, it just cracks me up, man.
It's a great game. It's a great
Oh, I love Wreckfest, man.
It's
I
fun.
love it. Good choice. All right.
All right, so we want to keep turning here. This is almost ready to get up online, and this is, we're gonna have a 3-inch and a 5-inch version of the deluxe version of the riser booster. So what this will entail is essentially 2 new side panels.
Okay.
Right.
And there, yeah. So that gives you 3 inches of added height to the existing.
So we're doing
cab.
that out of 1/2-inch plywood, and it'll be real
T-mold
on that. And
then you reuse your existing cross pieces that came with your Arcade1Up, and you're changing the 2 sides.
Ah, okay.
To an upgraded. So this is the 3-inch taller version, and then we'll have a 5-inch taller as well.
There'll be two art options. So one is just art to fit the existing art that's on the top.
There's the existing one over there. We haven't gone to that one yet.
But we'll also have new art for the top, which has Paul and
JJ, they're 7 feet 5 inches tall. These guys are giants. They grow them tall in Canada. No, how tall are you guys again? Aren't you like 6'5"?
6'4".
Yeah. Yeah, they're 6'4". So keep that in mind when you're looking at this, guys. If you're 5'11" like me, you know, these guys make these.
5'11", you still need something.
You still need something.
You still need a little higher, like you said.
So this is the sit down version.
Sit down version. I'll move the camera a little closer. My cable's stuck back there or something.
Yep. So you're going to have riser options for Fast and the Furious if they want to stand up and play and have the machine be taller. But you're also going to do this sit down option right here as well.
Sit down option. So basically, you're taking the top off of what was the base you just saw, and setting it on a new base that has a sit down with a cutout for your feet to go in. It actually, I designed it to look as similar to the original sit down Fast and Furious cab that you can make an Arcade1Up look like, anyways. So this one has the Thrustmaster pedals, and then our existing our racing cab seat base is what comes along with it. Obviously, this one has Mario graphics on it, but we have graphics to go on with that with Fast and Furious as well. And then
it looks so much better than, you guys remember when Arcade1Up did the benches on their racing cabinets? Remember how terrible those look?
Yeah, I couldn't even.
At least this is a more eye appealing, in my opinion. So
yes, well, and I mean, we have it a separate unit as well, so that it's easy for people of any height, right, to play. Like, you can be a pretty small kid, pull that seat up, and reach the pedals. And you know, David's 6'4" and he's sitting inside this thing. So
6'5".
6'5". Sorry, he's 6'5". I'm shorter.
Nice. Well, that's cool to see.
And you can see the art on the side here. So the bottom art is our artwork that we printed and lined up, and the upper art is the stock Arcade1Up art. So you can see how that kind of worked out pretty well, where we just put that bottom half to the car.
So the T molding in the top is a pretty good match. It's just a hair different color.
So that's yellow T-mold on the base there. It's pretty hard to see on video, but that's what we've
decided. Is it actual T-mold, or is it like the band?
That is actual T-mold.
Actual T-molding. All
Actual
right.
T-molding,
Very nice.
half-inch T-molding,
And again, that's
half
where
inch
you,
plywood. Yeah.
like the most wear comes down there, right? If you kick it and
Yeah.
things like that. So, and that's actual plywood,
Beautiful.
not particle board.
Well, I know they sold a good number of Fast and Furious machines. So if you have a Fast and Furious Arcade1Up and want to have some fun tinkering with it, looks like you got some options for you.
And we've got the conversion encoder board as well for that. We've
Nice.
got that
For the Fast and Furious.
for the Fast and Furious. So
it's going to be shipping by the end of the week, right, Mario?
So what's really nice about you guys coming up with all these different encoder boards that go inside the control panels to make them compatible with your racing boxes, PC builds, what's really nice about that is the owners are able to reuse the stock controls. And that's what I like about it, because they don't have to go buy another wheel or things like that if they
That's
don't want
right.
to. They can reuse the pedals, the shifter, all that stuff. So it saves them from, completely gut modding another cabinet to make something like this. So that's pretty cool. All right.
All right, what did you want to do next?
Well, some people did ask about the BitPixel LED marquee we got on top of here. I think they asked if you guys are going to be selling any LCD or BitPixel marquee options like you have on top of that Ridge Racer.
Yes, and there's the BitPixel
Mhm.
A1Up marquee that we do build and sell. So that's
So the marquee, the BitPixel LEDs are available for Star Wars, Fast and Furious, Ridge Racer, Outrun. The Ridge Racer here is reutilizing the BitPixel HD from AtGames.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit on any of the other arcades properly. It works
Right.
quite well on the Ridge Racer. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We're taking the AtGames Legends Pixel HV that's supposed to go on their standard high definition pinball machine,
that's right.
and we're sticking it on top of an Arcade1Up product. You guys are wizards, man. You guys are wizards. That's pretty funny. I actually have, now that I have your back box, I have that extra BitPixel HV. I might do this for my Ridge Racer. I might make a video for this. Let me know what you guys think of the live chat. Do you guys like having these kind of changeable marquees on your racing cabinets? Let us know. I think it's pretty cool personally, but you don't have to agree with me. That looks pretty cool.
Were you doing the two?
Well, so I want to show real quick at least the different multiplayer options for the kit that we're coming out with very soon. There's basically 3 different ways to utilize it.
Okay.
We've done some videos for this and things already, but if you look at this right here, these are 2 independent Star Wars machines. It doesn't have to both be Star Wars. One could be Fast and Furious and the other Star Wars. We have these wired together so that at the touch of a button, wherever I put the button, this screen here changes to mirror that one. Okay. So now these controls are moving both screens, but more importantly, these controls also work. So this is player 1 and this is player 2. And you can go into a whole variety of split screen multiplayer games and play against each other.
Nice.
So
Is this connected over the LAN in any way, or is this all?
This is straight wired connection.
Straight wired connection. Nice.
Yeah. So you're basically splitting the HDMI and moving the controls here over to the other box. So there's still 2 independent arcades when you want to play single player, but you can play against each other. And they'll still do networking, like all our networking kits as well,
right?
Independent play. So that's one way of configuring it, and we've even done that with light guns. We have a video for that. So these light guns can be played on this screen, while one player can be on this screen, the other player on that screen. Or for Lucky and Wild, we had 2 players in this one. All kinds of different cool things you can do.
Now to make these two arcades wired together for co-op gaming, do you guys already sell this kit? Is it available on your website now, or is this coming soon?
It's gonna be soon. The actual connections are a little bit complicated, so we're doing some detailed instructions and diagrams and things.
Okay.
I mean, it's not hard to do. It's just hard to know what to plug in where. So
Okay.
we're trying to make that as simple as we can, and then you can do some pretty cool stuff with it. So that's
All right.
one option. Okay.
Okay.
So we're sharing the controls and the screens with each other. And if we go to the Ridge Racer here briefly, the other option is to share one screen and one set of controls with two different front ends. So right now I'm in the gaming box, right?
Right.
If I push this button, I'm now on our PC build.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is Cruising USA running on the PC. And the controls just transfer right over as well. And then you can
Oh,
play with those same controls on each
okay.
game.
So earlier you enticed the viewers and said, "Hey, we're going to do a trade back program for like trade in that old racing box
Correct.
and get a credit towards getting the PC build you guys are going to release with the PC coming out." But if they wanted to, they could keep both, and you could just flip flop back and forth with a quick toggle there, and have them
Exactly.
both in there. That's pretty
Yeah.
awesome, man.
And the other use of it that a lot of people are doing is using our gaming box, but also on Nintendo Switch, for instance, right? Or a different build
Nice,
like that. So
nice,
so that's an option.
very cool, man.
And then there's one more option, and that we'll show here on the Fast and Furious and the big screen here. And that is just to share Fast and Furious screen to a larger one. So if we just change our input, I think it's 1.
Uh-huh.
Not, I will change it again. No, it's not 1. Yeah, there's only 3 options, so bound to get
Which
it
one is
eventually.
it? Yeah, you're like me. I never remember which input I'm in. I'm on my television downstairs. All
Okay,
right,
so the TV's sleeping slightly, but
that's hilarious. So you got the little Fast and the Furious has the game on the right, and then the big screen on the left. It's got the same game, and they're linked.
yeah. So then what you can do, because we have a lot of these multiplayer options now on the gaming box, is let's just restart this game. Now you can share the 2 games and plug in additional controllers. So I've actually got this Logitech controller that we never supported before, but with the right adapter you can. So I'm the blue car, Michael's the red car. I just passed him.
I had to hit the gas pedal.
Yeah, oops.
There we go.
And so we're split screen racing, one on a big screen.
That's
and,
awesome.
One not. Okay. So those are 3 different options using the kits that we're going to be coming out with.
Love
It's
the versatility.
just a matter of wiring things a little differently.
Yeah. It's amazing you guys can do all this, and Arcade1Up can't release spectate mode on a machine. Thanks so much. I love that joke. Just a viewer kidding around in the live chat, Dr. Z. That's pretty cool. All right, my dudes. This is awesome from a racing point of view, but you got to show me some pinball, man. I'm so excited to see this because I might do this mod depending on what you show me.
Okay, so real quick,
All right.
camera over here.
All right.
Tangling too many wires.
Okay, so right now we have, this is the Scepter, I believe, screen that's in here.
So that's a
And
Scepter. What's the resolution on this one?
so this is a 2K, so 2560 by 1440. But again, more importantly, it's running at, right now, I'm just looking at it, 140 plus frames a second. And the difference on that is unbelievable in terms of how smooth everything is. The other thing that's a huge advantage is latency. So this is super tight. These are stock controls. We haven't upgraded anything. But because you've plugged this screen in directly to the PC DVI port, display port,
right?
You're getting very good response. And
but how does it do with the response with the native games, the games that are stock to AtGames?
So, I mean, there's not a lot we can do to improve that, but
because that's a lot of AtGames issues going on there.
Shoot, did that wrong. So we'll go over how it all exactly works here in a second, but
okay.
We can go back here. I don't have that many tables running here, but
you just, yeah, when you're not signed in, you only have the Gottlieb games in front of you. Multicade.
Okay, so
go ahead.
So you'll notice, I mean, you may not tell on the camera so much, but the vibrancy of this screen is considerably.
Introducing Outdoor Advance!
I guess that's a little
loud. One thing we have to remember when a pinball product is released in this community is we have to ask this question: is it playable, gentlemen? Or is it playable?
So I do think the latency is improved with the better screen, because there's some latency built right into the actual screen.
Right.
And it's, it's not bad in that sense that it's an improvement.
Okay.
But there's only so much that an improved screen is going to do. But at least you still have the option to play all the stock games, especially if you purchased a whole bunch of them, and the leaderboards and all that stuff. So,
well, I mean, I don't know how well it's going to come across the stream for the viewers, but that definitely does look a lot brighter and cleaner than the stock screen that I have behind me. So yeah, that's pretty cool in my opinion for the stock games, but also looks awesome for, if you're the OTG games, bringing your own games.
yeah. So we can give a quick overview on how this all works. But
well, he's getting that set up. $2 super chat from Scott. He says, way to finish strong. Scott's a huge pinball fan, so he's excited we're ending with pinball. Guys, after this, don't change that channel, guys. Don't change the channel. We got a massive giveaway we're going to do right after this, so stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. Pre-orders have not... Go ahead.
So the only additional step to normal changeover, you still use the channel button, still toggle down to go and switch. You're still going to change your bibs. Or, your bibs. The difference is there's one more input to change, and this will normally be mounted underneath probably, although we're still figuring that out. But that is the actual change between the two display port connectors. So once you change all those things, you have to reboot the Pin-Up Popper because it's going to move all the screens around.
Got a couple questions from the viewers. Sure. Will this still require their existing AtGames Legends Ultimate to have the 2.6 board installed inside of it?
Yes, it only works with the 2.6.
Okay.
Because they changed the HDMI chip on that board, the different chipset altogether, and it works better.
And since the users are going to be bringing their own 2K monitor, those monitors, they should have the ability to adjust brightness, sharpness, color, all that stuff, right? With the little control boards on those monitors.
Yeah, we haven't really done anything to this one other than use it stock. So,
all right, good.
Want to show the back?
So we'll quickly show the back here to give you an idea of how we're designing this kit to work, because it is a bit tricky. Can you get there?
Yeah, we're here.
So what we decided to do is build a new back panel door. So that'll be part of the kit, because that will have things already mounted in place, or mounts for them.
So you'll swap your existing door hardware, your lock and your latch here on it. But then this is the replacement panel that you'll put in. Has holes for the cables to go through. Has mounts for the LVDS converter, and the HDMI splitter is mounted on the back here. So all your cabling is there in place. Then with our upgraded back box, we've got the USB and HDMI input here, as well as the HDMI for the VIBs and the other monitor there. So this is using our flat cables to the front connectors. So you don't have them sticking up on the front.
It can work with the stock back box as well. So then the other parts, like I mentioned, this might be mounted underneath, although it's fairly convenient there as well. It's a little bit of an octopus just because there's a lot of stuff going on, but we've tried to simplify it as much as we can and make it work as smoothly as possible.
You want to show under the hood too, or not?
The mounting system?
Yeah, I can pop the.
Yeah.
You guys want to see how the monitor works?
I'm pretty sure they would love to see it. I mean, this is Multicade Mondays. We got a lot of tinkerers in the live chat who would love to see how they're going to make this happen. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to pop the hood, and don't forget, we got a massive giveaway coming up in just a few minutes. So bear with us.
Yeah, turn it off.
I have this. I may have to loosen that one up. Do I? Can't remember. It's been a while since I put this thing together.
Yeah.
But we prototyped it so that you can use the existing bezel. Goes right back on.
Nice.
With a minor adjustment to it, and then here's the.
And it can easily just be thrown on the floor, right?
Yeah, sure. It was on the table. I put it on the table.
I heard a clang. All right, what do we got?
So underneath that, this monitor is mounted on some leveling bolts, and so it can be tweaked and adjusted to the right angle depending on the curvature of the back of the monitor that you're using. So that's part of what the engineering had to go into this is how to make this screen basically, or the mounting system, adaptable for.
This is an MSI monitor.
This is the MSI that we had in here. We have a Scepter or whatever it is downstairs still.
All right. That's a good camera shot there. Hold it there, and let's see what he's doing.
So I don't know if I have it. I'm not sure how far attached this thing is in here. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Don't remember how long the cables are underneath?
I think I can lift it out, actually. I don't think I put the wing nuts on.
And that's a 32-inch monitor that you got in there, right? 32-inch 2K monitor.
Yeah, the 32 is exactly the same size.
Yeah.
As the stock HD. So then this is the mounting.
I see those metal brackets that you're using, right?
So part of the trick is we're working on making sure they will be in the same place on everybody's cab.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not 100% sure how consistent AtGames is. There are different models, so
They'll be able to put their glass back on, right? Their playfield
yes,
glass.
yeah, we left the glass off for glare, but the glass will fit right back in on underneath the locking bars.
Yep,
just how that was originally. So
it's designed so that you can make micro adjustments underneath the corners, the four corners, to get it level and
to get that leveled out
where you want it to be.
To be up tight against the bezel, right? And then
awesome.
a bit of foam tape on the bottom of the bezel, and it seals it up and looks pretty clean. Well, that's the plan. So it's been a while in the making, but we're trying to get that kit into a package so that we can start selling them. So.
It'll happen soon, though, right? That's the key word, right?
Soon is our favorite word.
So, and again, for viewers out there who have joined late, if you're going to do this mod and update the screen on your playfield for your AtGames Legends Pinball High Def, you source the monitor. You buy your own monitor. Buy Stuff will give you a list of brands and models. That way you can keep an eye out for deals. You know, Walmart. That way, if you see it for a good price, you could pick it up, like a 2K monitor, for instance. They are selling the kit itself, which is everything you need to get that monitor connected and working with your stock AtGames Legends Pinball PCB board. So that kit will hopefully be up for sale very, very soon on their website. They said it's ready. They got it figured out. They just got to figure out pricing, right? You got to figure out pricing, packaging, like the red tape stuff, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's the other thing we're learning with launching products is a lot of not as exciting work that goes into getting it ready in terms of packaging and instructions and just testing and all the rest of it, right? So
so you want to announce our final giveaway for the night?
Yes, absolutely.
I have a visual aid if they need it.
$101 gift card. Oh no!
What do we got here?
$200 gift card.
A $200 Buy Stuff Arcades gift card. A gift card that you could use at Buy Stuff's website to buy whatever the hell you want, man. That's pretty cool. Thanks again to Buy Stuff for sponsoring tonight's episode and sponsoring these giveaways. Big shout out to them as well. Let me get the giveaway set up. We're going to give out a $200 gift card to a random viewer. I just got to get in there. I'm really good at this stalling for time stuff sometimes. And then sometimes I'm not. All right. So let's get this set up. All right. You guys excited about possibly winning a $200 gift card? Well, if you are, how about you do me a favor? Hashtag thank you, because we owe these guys a big thank you for coming on the broadcast tonight. Type this into the live chat right now. Hashtag thank you for Buy Stuff, and you will be eligible for possibly winning a $200 gift card to their store. Man, we've given away about $400 worth of stuff tonight. You guys are awesome. Greatly appreciate you guys coming on. Link to their website in the video description below. Hopefully we gave you some great ideas and things to think about when it comes to modding your Arcade1Up and AtGames products in 2024. Any other final thoughts or shout outs you want to give these folks?
We want to say that we appreciate all the support from the community and from the YouTube crews and lots of people who talk about our stuff and help us with tech support on our Facebook and all the other things that lots of people do. So it's much appreciated. It's quite a fun way to make a living. So exciting.
And we get a lot of ideas from our users and other people that make suggestions and things. So I spend a lot of time on Facebook, just looking at all the different comments and ideas that people have. So,
well, we're waiting for all the entries to come in for the giveaway. Are you guys going to attend any shows, any conventions this year?
We're considering putting a booth up at Cleveland.
Yeah.
It was a fun time. So haven't decided yet for sure, but we're thinking about it.
I think Mario wants to go. So.
Well, you got to give him something, man. He's so short. You gotta let him feel like the big guy once in a while, right?
Yeah.
David, you made it. You better hurry up, David, and type hashtag thank you in to possibly win $200 gift card. Hurry up, man. We'll give it another 10, 15 seconds. We have over 300 viewers watching concurrently.
Oh, great.
We've had over 1,000 people tune into this broadcast already tonight. You guys are incredible. Thanks so much. I have the best audience in the world, and I couldn't be more proud of that. Buy stuff. I'm really excited about your products, and I look forward to modding the shit out of my machines this year, thanks to you guys. All right, we're at 184, guys. I think we'll give it another 5 seconds. Well, wait, I know there's a delay. I just saw some more thank yous come in. Hold on. We got to make sure they get counted. You make sure they let me go. There you go. Mario, he's begging to go to the thing. Awesome show, guys. Also, guys, even if you don't win, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button on your way out, because we're going to say our goodbyes after the winner's picked. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. We have, guess what? Next week, we have Barrels of Fun Pinball coming on the show. Barrels of Fun Pinball. We're going to be talking about Labyrinth Pinball and what other pinball they have in the works. So Barrels of Fun Pinball. Even if you're not a big pinball fan, you got to tune in, man. It's going to be an awesome episode. All right, so let's go ahead and draw the winner. Fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. $200 gift card. Jeff Wiltison. Jeff Wiltison is our winner. How about a big congrats to Jeff in the live chat? Jeff, hopefully you take a screenshot now. Make sure you send an email to info@buystuffstore.ca and claim your prize. Make sure you claim your prize. Don't forget, send an email there. And please, nobody try impersonating Jeff and sending emails pretending to be Jeff, because we will figure that out. We are smarter than we look, as you can tell by the quality of these mods. All right, gentlemen, thanks so much for coming on my broadcast. You guys were great guests, as well as awesome sponsors, awesome giveaways. Multicade Mondays rocks. That's why I do what I do. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Go to Buy Stuff Arcade's website and go buy some shit. Link is in the video description below. We'll talk to you guys real soon. Later.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
You guys killed it. I got to find the button. I was all ready, and then I lost it. Here it is. All right. Oh, wait, I forgot my sign off. It's Monday. Go play your Multicades.